The journey started in the lowlands. Field was so flat, I didn't see an end. And all people were watching television. Going out was not a question. There was cozy light in their living room. Meanwhile, I was outside, wondering if I was doomed. In my mind, natural elements were the keys to salvation. But was I the only one making this observation? I knew for sure that the rain and the wind had taught me more than living behind a closed door. I guess I'm the invisible cyclist, often covered in mist. And some days, the only virus I see is a lack of humanity. I arrived in the city and tried to understand modernity. I wondered if it was the chimney of a factory, but it felt like it was forgetting to smile and treating people like a number to dial. The city was being selfish and individualistic. It was craving for goods and using tons of plastic. It felt suffocating. The clock was always ticking. And I felt as thin as dust, as useful as a crust. Pressurized to be a somebody, the city soaked up my energy. And I thought I'd rather be a nobody, but live freely. Because I'm the invisible cyclist, I'm often covered in mist. And in this city, the only virus I see is a lack of integrity. As I left, the wind was blowing, but I didn't fall. I felt safe on my shaking vehicle. Restless, I made it to a city. But here, people heartily welcomed me. We had a beer, we had a talk. Beer was strong, but they were good folks. Next day I wandered through the streets. Every corner was picturesque and sweet. And my mind started traveling in medieval times. Back to when people didn't have a dime. But now tourists flock in groups, eating everything but soup. Buying souvenirs here and there, looking too busy to really care. Around the candy shop it was a big fuss, while centuries stood in front of us. I'm the invisible cyclist, often covered in mist. And today the only virus I see is a lack of curiosity. The virus, the virus, the virus. The virus is us. The virus is over-consuming. The virus is drilling. We've been needing a cure for decades, but it only struck us now. We've been sick for so long. How? We need to start living with less. We need to clean up our mess. Now that most shops have been closed, it's time to ask, isn't life better since I pressed pause? Now that we have time for creativity, drawing, running, any kind of activity, doesn't the heart feel full? Isn't it a great way to heal our broken soul? Painting, singing, walking, writing, baking, cooking. This is a great time to create. Instead of saying, oh, I'll wait, it's probably the best job we've ever had. To reflect and change the course of our lives. So let's grab this 1 in a million opportunity and find again the humanity which had left our society.